Hello and welcome back. I hope your water glass is full. I hope your popcorn bowl
is salty.
Is salty? No, you want it super buttery. As buttered as possible.
You want salty popcorn, right?
I disagree.
Okay, fair enough.
But that's fine. That is my opinion. I'm Bryce Agent Paul. This is Tim Carmen Wendell. Wendell. I saw your name spelt somewhere with a double L today. Oh. And I have no idea where it is. That's like where it was, but
it's actually not that annoying. It used to annoy me when I was younger,
Yeah.
but then like
Now
it's
you
a
don't
really
care.
easy mistake to make. Like it's really not that big a deal. It makes the same noise. Who cares?
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But the bracket progression have had 2 games so far. This is where we are up to in terms of the tiebreakers. So, Chiefs win game 1, Order win game 2. Both of these guys playing off in the winners bracket final right now. The victorious team at the end of this game of League of Legends progresses as 5th seed going into the playoffs here for OCS season 2019.
Disappear out of the bracket.
Yes, they leave, never to be seen again until literally next week. Gravitas lost first game, Bombers. Same situation for game number 2. They face off in the losers bracket. So, loser of this game also disappears.
Yes.
Into absolutely nowhere out of the tournament.
Disappearing from the bracket.
Unfortunately, so we will have a 5th seed and an 8th seed coming out of these 2 games. Unfortunately for Order, the uphill battle hasn't got any better, given that they're actually going to have no bans for this game, round number 2. And clarification, there are rules put in place to
do a lot of things. There are a lot of rules that do a lot of things, but this rule is about waiting out the 15 minutes that you have to put a sub in, and at the last minute not using that person anyway, and being like, oh, actually, we're still going to use the sub.
Yes. So, first game, late to lobby was the punishment. Use up all 15 minutes you have to get into the lobby to start the game of League of Legends. So they cost 5 bans, and then this game is 5 bans lost for subbing in series, like the late roster submission. So one was for late being at the game penalty, and one was for the late roster submission. It is going to be JLKC playing game number 2. This is a legal swap in, so they don't lose anything for bringing him in, but unfortunately he's just somewhat
lost all they can lose.
Yeah, they've lost everything that they can lose for the day. You're only playing... Actually, I guess there is a maximum of 3 games, right? You can win, you can lose, and then you can win again and still make it through, so...
Oh, I guess they could lose bans for game 3.
Yes, if they lost this one.
Here and then,
yeah, they could go into the next game with a draft available, but given 0 bans last game, certainly looked the goods anyway, so not too stressed maybe.
It'd be awkward if they lost now with JLKC.
With bans? Oh.
I was going to say, the silver lining is that they get their actual mid laner now,
Yeah.
and that's like, obviously you're like, well, I'll trade my bans for like my lineup.
Yeah.
Right? But then what happens when they lose? And then they're in the game 3 and series is like, bruz.
Give me Cled.
Let me in.
Let me in.
Let me in.
Yes. I will say, though, out of these 2 games, I think Chiefs had the more dominant victory, right? It was the Lee Sin, the Yasuo, the Casio game, and it was like a 9-0-6 Lee Sin performance.
Yeah. Did Bombers ever really look like winning that game to you?
No, but I think it also came a lot more down to comp, right?
Okay.
I think Chiefs, arguably, if you're like comparing the games 1-to-1, which is difficult because the champions, the matchups are all just different, but I think... looked a little bit more successful there. Order Academy certainly had the lead and didn't look like they were going to lose it, but when you're against a Zed that is behind the curve is kind of difficult to mess that one up.
I mean, he wasn't, though. That's the thing. He was 2-0. He was 2-0 out of lane phase. Not from lane kills, but from those 2 bot skirmishes.
Okay, maybe you're right.
He had gold. They just couldn't convert it into team fights.
Yeah.
Not that Zed should be team fighting anyway.
Blood ban is going to continue here against Order, of course, on the red side. Sivir ban gets taken away from CFA after his last game performance.
They were definitely watching.
Yes, 100%. A little bit of an adaptation there going into it. Maybe they had it prepared anyway. Who knows?
True.
They played, they played Order for week 11. Not sure what the draft was like in that one, but last ban available here for Chiefs. Who do they want to target? We have seen the Kled get picked up by Series. Not going to be in this game, but certainly could warrant a ban, and that one makes a lot of sense. Harry had a good game on Thresh. Thresh has just been popping off all day, realistically. Nausicaa did exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, Nausicaa also played Thresh in their first game, so sort of a team ban, both ways ban there. Though Nausicaa, I think, big fan of the Nautilus, so there's still a hook champ for him to pick. Be curious to see whether or not this Karma gets taken away first pick again. So far, every blue side has taken the Karma. Let's see what Pope wants to do.
Yeah, which I think is interesting, because like a Karma first pick here can just be immediately Aurelia Sejuani. and then you're red side, and you can just like absolutely put the Aurelia into that matchup, and you can just gank it on repeat, right?
Yep.
Like I think Karma here certainly isn't untouchable.
This is something I'm excited for.
That is curious. Okay.
I think Pyke, I already thought Pyke was strong.
Okay,
so,
as a support?
Yeah, as a support. So I wasn't seeing a ton of pro play, and I think most of that is because of the oppressive meta supports.
Yeah,
being
the Lux,
Yumi,
the
Lux,
yeah.
Doesn't really leave much room for aggro supports like this, but I thought he was already strong, just not meta. Now he's been buffed.
Yes.
Both he and you get gold.
Yes. No matter
There's
what,
too much
he's
gold.
getting a cut.
There's too much gold going on, and now Pyke, with any sort of lead, snowballs ultra quick.
Yeah.
So very excited to see what happens in pro play and whether they're able to get that same sort of snowball as what you would see in solo queue.
Yeah.
Usually the answer is no.
Yeah.
But it certainly gets out of hand very quickly on this patch.
This draft already going through very quickly. Uni's going to get his Jarvan again. Seaway's going to lock himself the Kai'Sa. Talia locked in very early in the draft here from Chiefs Academy, and a Yasuo round number 2. So they're doing the Yasuo flex pick once again. If Talia goes into the jungle, clears incredibly quickly, and then like you get priority in the map that a Pyke wants to play with, that is a 1-2 punch that is certainly dangerous, has a lot is
Oh! Okay. Okay, Blitz into Pyke. So
this is, I like this.
If he ease away, you just yank him back.
Yoink him.
Because it's the E gap, that's the stun, right?
Yes.
If you pull him back, does that stun stay there?
Surely. You would have to, because I think...
What if you hooked him mid-stun? Like mid...
Mid-nya.
No,
do you hook him like
into
you and then you get stunned?
Does it pull the stun like a curve?
Well, the thing is, no matter what, like if Blitzcrank is being reactive, you get to buffer the stun. Because you can hook during the stun, and then you don't get to punch him afterwards. You don't get to hit him with a knockup. But like if
you buffer that too?
If you're chasing,
if you hook E, like right-click buffer,
you can, but it will require the Pyke to be hooked immediately as he casts the E, and then you have time to be able to like hook, drag towards, and then you get the punch. I think landing like the optimal combo would be difficult, but already, right? Like the Pyke changes on this patch you mentioned.
Yep.
No matter what, he's getting a cut. Like whether it's a kill or assist, he's getting one of those. And then if he gets the kill, like you get your cut as well. And so like individual kills all over the place, as you mentioned.
So he gets 2 cuts, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
On
solo kill.
On kill, yeah.
Solo kill, he gets 2 cuts,
So, yeah.
Insane.
Kind of
Blitzcrank blows, shields up.
Yep.
No more shields. If you play versus Blitzcrank, his ult will first break your shield and then damage and silence you. So Blitzcrank ult way stronger than it used to be.
Yeah.
Particularly because Blitzcrank traditionally a counter into shielding supports.
Yeah.
And so now when you get those counters, it's not even like you can peel for your AD. If he gets yoinked. So I think Blitzcrank, I mean, it doesn't really change that much about him at his core, about the reasons he wasn't picked, but certainly a nice buff for Blitz. So we'll see how Harry goes in that.
Yeah, already like you have the opportunity. You blow
Talia is going into a lane.
Blow up a Yasuo shield, something like that. LeBlanc locked in, potentially as an answer there. And yes, you mentioned it. Sejuani is going to be taken down. So pair that with a Yasuo. That's already a gankable lane. You can set that one up. And a bunch of CC and frontline. You kind of need the frontline here when you're up against a Blitzcrank. Normally Blitzcrank falls through the draft because he's by no means OP. He's a niche pick at best. People he's always an answer to something. This was a Pyke blind, pick Blitz into it. So it's very rare that you do see a situation where you see a Blitzcrank then get to pick your frontline. And you can see what they did immediately. They picked the Sejuani, they picked the Ornn, they just pick big beefy dudes to stand in front of their carries and shepherd them away from the Blitzcrank hook.
Yep. We mentioned at the top of show, I think that Ornn has been on the comeback a little bit. So good to see Pope pick that one up. Yasuo Sedge, super strong combo. Stuns for days.
First time it didn't get second phase banned as well. So GP gets through.
Was that to... Oh no, so they double banned mids and then they pick LeBlanc.
Yep.
Okay. I thought they picked LeBlanc first for some reason.
LeBlanc.
Didn't happen. You have to pick LeBlanc. Talia mid, Yasuo bot. Yasuo Ornn. No, okay.
Yasuo Pyke.
It is Yasuo Pyke. Double ignite. Don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that sounds...
We'll see what they do.
If that is the case, then Yasuo is going mid lane, Wei is playing it, and Beats is playing Talia in the bottom lane. Which
they did do that in game 1.
This is probably much more likely.
Yep.
Yasuo in the LeBlanc matchup. I think Fair's a lot better than a Taliyah.
Blitz even better.
Yes, because like Blitz into Yasuo, he has a win wall, obviously. Like, he's hard to hit.
Blitz into Taliyah?
Yeah.
You can do some serious damage there.
It looks like one of those bot lanes where like whoever has priority, whoever's being the aggressor, like
whoever hits their stuff.
Yeah, whoever hits first is absolutely just going to one-hit the other start.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
right? It's going to be...
It also depends on where you go, you know? Blitzcrank isn't going to insta-die.
Yes, I will say that, but the Blitzcrank lane has significantly less damage.
Shield.
So like, if Blitz is hooking Pyke or Taliyah, they're just getting wailed on by the Kai'Sa. But if somebody is flicking Blitz, then he's going through the pebbles, and then Pyke deals significantly more damage. He gets the stun, he gets the bone skewer after that point. So I think, yeah, certainly a volatile lane on the bottom side of the map. See how it tracks going onwards. And
we got 4 people running to the bot side river bush.
Oh, here we go.
The classic Blitzcrank. They're going to hook blind into the bush.
30 seconds until the minions spawn.
Find no one, and then channel the recall. Probably what happened there. We can see the Blitzcrank lost some mana, so Ward also in that bush.
Yeah.
Chief Academy, if they were watching, would have known that something happened, and you can see how far back Beats is now standing.
Yeah, obviously well-versed against the Blitzcrank level 1s. We don't know what's been happening in scrims behind the scenes, but that was an immediate run to bottom side, an immediate droppage of 2 wards, and then a recall coming out. So,
I mean, it's definitely one of the core truths of League of Legends.
Yeah.
It's something that more or less everybody knows. Enemy has Blitzcrank, they're running in level 1. I wonder what the other core truths are.
Don't chase Singed?
Yeah, but that's sort of a meme one.
Yeah.
It's not one that everybody truly knows.
Oh!
That is...
That sucks.
That is just... If only he knew how close he was.
Yeah, also he's using the absolutely terrible Blitzcrank skin, so I have to shame Harry for that one. But look, that's fine. Big mana expended. That's going to be a hook back level 1. Nausicaa procs the Aftershock. That is...
Is that dead already?
Mana shield popped. Heal used as well. Hook is back off cooldown, but Electrocute comes out. Seaway able to get a nice chunk of damage back onto Beats, but certainly not a start to the lane you want if you're ORA Academy.
Yeah, and losing priority this early on as well is a problem. If Pyke just starts being able to charge that hook and there's no real return threat because they have a wave that they can stand in, it's not a position that you want to be in as ORA Academy. Yeah,
not to mention, you would expect that Taliyah has much more wave push than a Kai'Sa does at early levels. Neither of these supports are realistically going to impact that much more than a Relic Shield pop, but...
level 2 hit, though. Can he land level 1? He has to flash here.
No flash available for the Blitzcrank. Nausicaa gets himself in melee range. He predicts it. Not able to find the flash. I respect that play. That was the only way they were going to look for the kill, but Nausicaa holds his nerve and holds onto the summoner as well.
Yeah. Super heads-up play there from Nausicaa to hold onto the flash. Really thought that Taliyah had nowhere to run there.
Yeah.
Hook equaled flash for sure on the side of Harry, but decides to try and get the guaranteed damage instead.
Oh,
okay, and that's a death.
Oh, very nice flick back. Hook lands onto the Blitzcrank. No flash available. That was with Uni lying in wait. Sejuani is going to look for the wraparound.
Uni has no pots left, so this is the health he's about to fight with, and
Beats doesn't know the Jarvan is in the bush. Can they look for this play? EQ forwards, flashed away from the Taliyah. Hook back once again into melee range.
Electrocute.
Level up is going to keep the Taliyah alive. That's the E stun onto the backside. No flash available. Can Nausicaa actually take this kill down? Seaway gets the Triumph proc as well. Press the attack. JLKC looking for more. Alani in so much danger. Flashes between the turrets and such a weird 2 versus 2 on the bottom side turns into multiple members, multiple TPs, and a 2 for 2 is the trade.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that Seaway was going to die for sure, but as JLKC gets his recall interrupted.
Okay.
I mean, this looked like disaster.
Yep.
For ORA Academy. I thought, okay, that's already 2 kills. Seaway's going to die here too, but manages to turn it around, picks up the deuce, gets himself the double buffs as well, and no TP, but 2-0 on a scaling champ with double buffs. That's a pretty good position to be in.
Yeah, it is. Did cost them the mid lane CS, of course. LeBlanc TP'd down. Yasuo just pushed in the wave, so he walks up, gets himself a free reset that normally the TP side of the matchups allow, so they do lose something, and not to mention the bottom lane certainly wasn't pretty there for Order, was just stacked up nicely outside the turret. Beats TP's back and is able to clean up, so going to do a round number 2 adventure into the bottom side of the map, place down a bit of vision.
Alani just walking straight through mid. Yep. Not a care in the world. JLKC autos him one time. Just letting him know there's Yuani's in trouble.
Flick back. Jarvan flashes, does have the flag and drag. Was slightly off cooldown there, but they get the summoner, and that is a very nice roam from the bottom side of Chiefs.
Yeah, Ignite was available. Opts not to use it. Maybe he thought he would just die anyway. He was very low, but managed just to live by the skin of his teeth there is all in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Talia getting incredibly low. Double buffs proving very useful here for the Kai'Sa. Trying to get himself to safety. Blitzcrank just shepherding this Sejuani, playing goalkeeper with his 80 carry right now. Stun is going to land, but Hook coming off cooldown incredibly soon. Seaway dishes out so much damage with the BF sword. Nausicaa, can he look for anything else? Starts channeling the Hook. Minion's going to block. Hook's a minion, and another kill goes over to the Kai'Sa lane.
Yeah, that red buff just does so much work. With nobody having any flashes, there's just no escape. As soon as she orders you one time, she has that move speed buff as well on the E. 2 death for Beats in a kill lane. Nice little sidestep there from Seaway.
Yeah. Not going to have the TP to get himself to safety, get himself back to the lane to farm this wave up as well. So it does equal a bit of a CS discrepancy there. Harry incredibly low and has gone for a fairly greedy build as well. Remember, he died before he could get a reasonable shop, so sitting on just the rejuve bead in the coin. Not a good situation so far. I'm surprised both of these guys went for the straight support item upgrade. There has been so much action on the bottom side and potentially swayed their views there, but Pyke versus Blitzcrank is definitely like a double Moby's
race
matchup.
Yeah.
And it's like all of a sudden somebody hits it and somebody does it, and then you're just zooming all over the map and causing a ruckus, but that won't be the case here. Double brown bags picked up on second bases, but...
You see resets coming through in the top lane. Pope opting to recall. TP back. Van's already TP'd back. TP just barely on cooldown. See the Sheen pick up for Vans means he's going to be fine from here on out. Just farming with Qs. He's got the grasp as well, so not really under any kill threat from Pope. And this is sort of the position that you want to be in as GP. Just farming away. No real ganks to your lane. You're just slowly accruing those Silver Serpents.
Yep, the doubloons.
Heading toward the late game.
And it is sort of indicative. You can kind of take a look at the runes of these two top laners and see how the matchup probably should play out. Grasp there for Vans. He wants to stay healthy because Ornn's kill threat range, despite being a tank, is probably one of the highest. If you overextend as a GP, Oranges really aren't going to save you from an Ornn like they would maybe something similar like a Maokai, but... He pays
high base damages.
He takes that price, goes for the grass to keep himself up. You can see on the other side, Pope doesn't go for the grasp himself. Would be hard to proc in the matchup. It just has the aftershock. So once he gets to team fights, will be incredibly tanky, and as Ornn's can do, just gets to buy cheeky little cloth armors here and there during the lane phase. So can weather the storm better than most on the top side, and things are all but tracking fairly steady up there.
We see that all-in we were talking about. I think Vance held on to his oranges there. Yeah, there they are. And
ulties.
But no oranges means...
waiting to be popped.
CC
the Ornn is going to connect. That's a very low Gangplank flash. Can he connect? Pope hits him with a flash headbutt, and that's going to be a solo kill.
And right after we spent a minute talking about how Vans was in such a good position, no real kill threat from Pope anymore, he goes and gets himself killed.
Yep.
That's the caster curse, unfortunately.
No TP, so he's going to lose the wave.
We look silly. He looks silly.
Nobody wins.
No one wins.
Why are you got to do it to us?
Except Pope.
Yeah. Does he get the plating? Is he going to stick around?
No. Pope gets 300.
Doesn't want it.
Goes home.
All right.
I don't think the plating actually got procced.
No, it didn't. So it didn't want that one.
Wave's going to bounce anyway, so he'll pick it up eventually.
Yeah.
Optimal. Almost.
In a good situation. Bottom lane, 3 versus 3 is brewing, and I believe the back ping means that Jarvan did just get spotted on the wave. You can see Alani just soloing out the Ocean Dragon. So no cares
not the best Dragon taker on her own.
Ooh. Harry hits him with the S-Juke. It's always the
best of Jukes.
It's always a scary one, but keeps himself safe, doesn't get hooked back, and no ganks prove fruitful on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, this lane is sort of stabilized. I mean, I say that. It's really only been 3 minutes or so since the last kill, but they were having to kill a minute for a moment there, which is probably good. I mean, it's what Seaway wanted in the first place.
Yeah.
He never really wanted all those all-ins. He just wants to farm. But for Chief Academy is also good. I mean, despite them obviously being a kill lane, the fact that they're no longer dying is really good.
That's a great time.
Yep.
That is certainly. Dying. It's big suck.
2 hooks thrown out. Neither hook lands.
Just trying to clear out the wave somewhat. You can see Moby's now completed on the pike, so I expect Nausicaa to get a little bit more active on the map. You can see as well, Beats has his TP back up online, so has a little bit more freedom to play away from the bottom side of the map.
Has that ultimate as well.
Yeah, not so tied down as you would expect. I was going to mention the Kai'Sa build, right? We see the 2 different variants currently right now. It's the Mana Immune into the more on-hit variant, and you spike a little bit later when you get that tier proc, but this is going to be a straight-up Storm Reaver completed. That's going to be the Ornn ulti landing. Round number 2, remember, no flash on the GP from earlier, so this is looking all but dead. Uni wants access to the Yasuo, is going to find it. One more auto attack is going to take him down, and cheeky little 2 versus 1 across the board. JLKC gets hit right in the face. Can they lock down with more CC?
Pyke is here.
Yeah, Pyke looking for the cleanup hook. Can it connect? No dash available just quite yet from the LeBlanc. Ultimate is there. Weaver's Wall gets him into the backside, looking to give this kill over to another member. Alani is the one to pick that up. Uni still not out of danger. Hook connects, and Chiefs, they rotate up the map. They get 3 kills across the board and now set their eyes on the Rift Herald.
I mean, you spoke about it, right? The Mobies, early pickup Mobies from Nausicaa means he can sprint straight up to that top side of the map. Talia also, I mean, Beats had TP anyway, to be fair. Would have made it either way, and unfortunately, a skirmish that looked like it may have gone Order's way just got dragged out a little bit too long. They committed a little too hard, and that just gave Chiefs the opportunity to roam. Yeah,
because it looked like Order were committing to the play. They were the proactive ones. They're like, we don't want to give this crab over for free, so GP rotates down, and then stuck in an awkward situation where their solo laners really don't have flash. They're against an Ornn who was second to rotate from top side, but it just doesn't even matter when you have that engage range. Pops the horn, Ram comes flying through, and very easy cleanup at the end of the day. Get themselves a Rift Herald turret in the bank, and it is also pre-14 minutes, so platings have been picked up a little bit, but they have a couple more still left available.
Wei also got caught trying to rotate in that mid-bush by JLKC, and which is why he ended up dying, so looked like a numbers advantage fight for them, but unfortunately their bot lane extremely mobile. Harry doesn't have vision in the bush, but he's waiting for someone to walk out.
Yeah, he's fishing.
J4 just sitting in the river, but he's about to run into a Pyke and a Sedge, and he has no flash.
Yeah. Very nice flash. He's going to connect the CC. Can they get the lockdown? Sedge passive proc to double melee auto attack. Seaway lying in wait. Heal is going to be used to keep the Jarvan alive.
Ooh.
Flash hook barely misses. They wanted this fight. JLKC thinking about it, but now Harry caught in no man's land. Kai'Sa goes to the backside, but here comes the skirmish. Cataclysm traps 3. The Jarvan will go down. Pyke goes in. Hook gets Yasuo up into the backside. That is going to be a TP completed. GP on the flank. Such a weird fight. Front to back, no longer an option here. Seaway flashes through the enemies looking to get access to his carries. Double flick back from the Talia. Can he clean up more? Knock up from the Blitzcrank is going to buy themselves some time, but this looks like disastrous territory for Order. Being chased down through their own jungle right now. Throws abilities into Narnia, so won't clean up another one, but he already got himself 2 apiece. Double 80 carry, sitting on 4 kills right now, and such a weird skirmish in the bot side river.
Yeah, nobody really willing to allow their teammate to die for nothing. It started off with J4 getting caught, and slowly every member of the of both lineups, essentially, other than Pope, got sucked into the team fight. In the end, the trade is pretty even. Ton of summons burnt as well, but
yeah,
Pope put in some work on that top tower.
Yep.
Those were all platings.
He's got himself a Sheen, got himself a Demolish, so turret stands absolutely no chance.
Yeah, 5 platings picked up for the Ornn. 2 armor items already. He's going to be a menace in these next team fights. Has the TP advantage also, so ball definitely in Chief's court at the moment.
Certainly is, because we were talking about the Kai'Sa itemization. You can go the more on-hit build, which does do more AP damage. Hook. He's going to connect. JLKC connects the chain as well. Nausicaa. Pop goes the Weasel, and that's a slow death animation.
Pop
sinks
goes
back
the Weasel.
into the river.
Seaway getting that one-man bot priority. Staunching him. He's got that Storm Razor.
Yeah. Because their damage profile is heavily skewed. That was actually just a hook over the Dragon Wall. Wei is just stuck in the Dragon Pit right now with a Jarvan. And an Ocean Dragon just wailing on his head. Alani comes over the wall. Dragon reset, knocks back multiple members. Can the Sejuani live off the back end? Q cooldown will be ticking down, but so much damage being dished out now. LeBlanc goes from 0-2 to 2-2. Dragon going to be picked up as well.
Nausicaa is here though, and he does have that ultimate, so...
Oh, finds him LeBlanc. He goes back to the clone in range, but Dragon secured. Top side looking like the plating being committed to, and across the board, super close gold lead. Kills traded a piece all over the place. Still a super close game between Chiefs and Order.
Yeah, only 100 gold. I actually thought it was much more.
Yeah,
but I suppose this bot lane lead is...
Well, the big thing is that, like, you take a look at the scoreboard, and it's like the bot lane lead is massive. Kai'Sa is huge. She's well and truly online, but the unexpected thing is this Ornn. The fact that he didn't TP to the last play, and they still went even, means he gets 4 plates. Shelly
on a marathon
eventually will be able to take down that turret you expect, but
Thursday evening walk.
Yeah, just walking your snail. Don't we all?
Your Rift Herald for a walk.
Yeah. It's had a hard day at work, Alani. You know, just wanted to go back,
relax,
play with the kids.
Play with the kids.
Yeah. Oh, he walk his dog. He's a family man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, walked him all the way to top lane.
True.
Lost him halfway. The leash broke.
Beats.
Shelly went on an
escorting the Rift Herald up to this tower. That is the biggest charge. Did not deserve to lose that much health.
Vance pops the eye once. Puts himself in danger though. Nausicaa looking for a flank here. Can he predict?
Ooh. Vance almost with the juke and then decides not to.
Very nice barrel connects, but charge still going to hit nonetheless.
Did he lose any health for that charge?
Flip hits back. That's an Ignite popped as well. Ult is going to go wide, so GP lives off the back end, but fling from the Sejuani. Alani locks him down, and second tier turret under fire. LeBlanc goes into the backside. Beats gets taken out. Nausicaa in melee range with the red buff LeBlanc. Not the situation you want to be in. Alani trying to shepherd his support away from danger, but Uni comes in for the cleanup. Now the Sejuani stuck in no man's land. How long on the chain? A couple of seconds left available.
Oh, hang on. Blitzcrank.
In for the flank, Harry.
Punch.
Gets himself. The knockup is going to land. Very easy CC chain, so Chiefs find themselves way too deep in enemy territory, and they get punished.
Yep, and despite that, the gold is pretty much even still. I feel like we just keep getting all these skirmishes, and nothing changes. Looks like they're looking for a hook. Windwall will put a stop to that. They get a little bit of chunk on this mid tower. TP in from Beats means that it's probably not going to go down. So we reset back to neutral once more. Pope putting in work on this bot tower. Vans was involved in that topside skirmish. He was the first one to go down. Actually, I think he survived.
Yeah, this is...
Pike got cancelled by Talia Wall. I didn't say it, but I saw it.
Pike got cancelled. Hold that. We'll have the conversation. Ornn, looking for the 1v3. Headbutts his way in. Unstoppable to deny some of that CC, but it's a bad situation. No escape for Pope. Was thinking about the flash, but HP bar... Oh, okay. He's going to use it. Flash completed there from Uni to lock him down. Mid lane as well. Seaway was being aggressed on. That's another flash burnt from the Alani. Now Kai'Sa, does he fall down? JOKC barely gets here in time to dodge the pebbles. Uni in for the back line. Cataclysm not available. Very nice flip back predict. Wave just gets cleaned up, and Clone may be the only one to fall down on the mid lane. Wait, no, Pike died.
Yeah, he, we didn't see what happened, but he died mid lane. Seaway picked up the kill. So obviously, I don't know, must have got hit by some sort of CC.
Yeah. Burnt all these summoners as well, but now he's 6-1 on this Kai'Sa. Is only getting bigger and bigger as time progresses. That's 2 items completed, 18 minutes. He is massive.
Yeah, Nausicaa had a good start to the game, but has sort of just aggressed his way into a 5-death situation. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it has kind of looked like Chiefs being the over-aggressors. You saw the Rift Herald on the top side. They commit super hard, find themselves underneath an inner turret, get punished by the LeBlanc. There's so much pick potential in a lineup with...
Alani's here.
A LeBlanc,
Seaway doesn't have ult.
GP slow. Knockup isn't going to land. The counter engage is going to be here from Order. Flash gets himself to safety. Huge play from JLKC. Way dives the back line though. Jarvan in from the flank is going to land the response kill. Melee range is the LeBlanc. GP finally arriving at this one. And once again, Chiefs, they look for the play, but they get punished. 2 kills go over to Order.
And I think the silent achiever in this game so far has been JLKC. We haven't spoken about the LeBlanc very much, but at 6-2 and 5, he's been involved in pretty much every skirmish, and he's rarely the one getting punished. It's not really until this position, like he now has 10 ring stacks, completed item, as well as a Fiendish Codex on top of that.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken about him a ton, but we've sort of ended up in a game where at 19 minutes, the LeBlanc is really fed.
Yeah, started off pretty poorly as well, right? Like it was a 0-2, turned to 2-2, now 6-2, so it has exploded. We were having the conversation about like damage profile, so AD heavy if the LeBlanc is behind, but finds himself with a bunch of kills. Jarvan is going to secure that one. Now Alani stuck in the pit with nowhere left to go.
Waiting on his Q.
Five being chased up the river and now committed in between multiple members. Hook gets the...
Oh, Hook lands.
Jarvan back into the backline. Wei goes over the wall. Can they commit to this fight? Beats is stuck and a flash is going to get himself to safety. Seaway goes to the backline. 7-1 deals so much damage. LeBlanc comes over the top. Can they turn this one around? Get themselves the Infernal Dragon. 4 or 3 kills, I should say, off the back. JLKC fishing for it, but you can see pings on towards top side. They may just want to start up the Baron.
Yeah, that's a 20-minute team fight win. It's one of those ones that we see so often where that dragon spawns just around the 20-minute mark, and the team that loses, the dragon, loses the Baron also. Opting into not starting it here. They don't want to take the risk. Probably not necessary, but at the same time, they do have a 7-1 Kai'Sa who would have melted it.
I don't think the lack of Baron take is due to like the normal things you point towards. Like Kai'Sa certainly has the damage, LeBlanc certainly has the damage, and they have the front line, but they just don't really have the setup. Composition with a Blitzcrank and a composition with a Pyke, they both work fairly similarly, right? Like they lacked the pink wards and the vision control to really set up a Baron how they want to play. They don't necessarily want to start up a full 5v5 in the pit where Pyke can reset, Yasuo can cause a bit of a ruckus. They
yeah, but I mean, the reason you're starting Baron is because you just killed them all.
That is true. I don't think they would have been able to take it down in time.
Yeah, maybe.
But maybe that was a thought on their mind, but... yeah,
it's just one of those ones. You just want a big team fight. You're like, do we really need to roll the dice on this Baron right now? Like, even if they can get it, it's just one of those ones where it's like, look, from this position, we're probably going to win either way. So why not take the path of least resistance? JLKC looking for more chains.
Hook is going to get windwalled, and the punish is going to be there from Nausicaa. Harry finds himself between 5 Chief members, and he's going to fall down. GP gets walled in, and the Ornn has collapsed, so the Horn gets Jarvan. Buffers very nice, gets himself to safety. Pope ease himself out of danger as now 4 versus 5. Order have to skedaddle back to their jungle. Chiefs, numbers advantage right now, getting mid priority. Probably going to contest around the Baron pit, potentially looking for that mid lane play.
Sejuani has her ult still, so there is the opportunity here to fling a non-commit engage.
Hook lands back, but so do the barrels. Pope lands a knock up onto the jungler, but that is not the target they're looking for. JLKC, it's a little bit annoying on the back line. Flick is not going to quite connect, so Chiefs look for mid lane push, get a nice chunk of damage, but it costs them their health bars, and they do have to back away.
Yeah, the one of the drawbacks of not running a traditional AD carry is that you don't have a ranged turret hitter. I mean, it's really only Talia, and she's just so squishy. She doesn't have the escape tools that an AD carry has, especially with the Pyke. She's lacking peel.
Yeah.
So it's super dangerous. She's also very short range in terms of autos. So very dangerous for her to actually hit that tower. And the only real way for them to take towers is to commit with their face.
Yep.
And they tried, took a bunch of damage, and realized, hey, this may not be the safest thing in the world.
Yeah. It's another gargoyle rush from the Jarvan player here. So this is 2 games in a row. It makes sense. If you're the one that has to stand in front of the rest of your team, you want that. The oh crap button, for lack of a better word. You have to take the hook. You're in between 4 people. You get mega value out of the active there, and then you don't die, so your team can land the damage they need over the top, land the hook from the Blitzcrank, and potentially turn that one around. So I like the play.
There's the synergy, of course, with the Cinderhulk as well. But I think they've also run damage top both times.
Yeah.
Uni playing solo frontline. Blitzcrank, Pseudo, Thresh,
honestly,
Pseudo.
he's a backliner, right? Like, you hook people to you. You don't go diving. You're not an Alistar. You're not a Galio.
Yeah, I mean, that is true, but at the same time, you're hooking from the front. Like, you're not hooking from the back of your team. You're not running a front to back team fight and hooking through your tank because the range is not hitting anything. So he's still standing in the
blind.
front.
Hooks back onto the pebbles, though. Who dies at the end of the skirmish? Ulti is popped by Harry. He'll used as well. That's a big Cataclysm. Locks
still
down
available.
the Yasuo. TP's coming in from all over the place.
Seaway.
Fighting in the choke. Ornhorn gets value. The AD carry now dies. The biggest horde of damage. That is a huge knock-up from the Ornn of the back end. JLKC trades one. He's able to find it. Flashes into the blue pit. Now stuck on enemy territory. Hook lands round number 2. Can Van secure the kill? Answer is going to be no. LeBlanc being chased by the Sejuani is not a situation you find yourself in very often, but he's going to distort himself to safety. 2 kills to 1. Wants himself the fruit, and very nice prediction from Nausicaa. Gets taken down by the Luden's Q. Stopwatch buys some time, and a huge play from JLKC on the LeBlanc.
JLKC just refusing to let Chief Academy take this Baron, just running rings around them, manages to pick up a kill with the Zhonyas as well against Nausicaa and Beats.
Ooh.
Looking to punish the low health members, but not able to do so, and looks like Chiefs will probably try to transition across to the Dragon, but it might be too little too late as streaming out of the red side base come order.
Such a weird fight as well. Ironically, JLKC, as the fight progresses, is getting more Magi stacks with every kill. So he's like the scaling boss at the end of the dungeon that is only getting worse as time progresses. Just one hits the pike. You said, like, very nice hook predict. Dies for
instantly.
it, gets stopwatched at the back end, so doesn't get CC'd and just... battle of the micro here between these two guys. JLKC coming up trumps here once again for Order. Has done it multiple times this season, and now second game of the tiebreakers gets subbed in. Wasn't able to play first one, and it's absolutely popping off on the LeBlanc.
Yeah, JLKC just a monster around that Baron. We've seen it a few times throughout the year. As Harry gets hooked in exactly the same position.
And he survived this time, though. Aftershock pop. Hook is not going to land. Knock up once again from Pope. Gets Yasuo into the backline. Seaway dishing out as much damage as he can, but may not be enough for a trade. 2 members now gone. Bottom lane is the target. Seaway under fire. Is he going to fall? Yasuo cleans him up for the back end. Van's looking for the trade, and once again, JLKC trying to clean things up from the backside. Order. They find themselves with 2 picks, and the chase is on. Flank is here. Very smart read from Nausicaa. Saw the LeBlanc go around the backside. Blind hook over the wall. Not going to connect, but LeBlanc and GP, the saviors of this fight. 2 kills go down for nothing. That could have been the Baron, but they turned that one around.
Yeah, another really close fight. Sorry, not Beats. Harry punished once again for looking for vision on his own. With very few teammates around. Fortunately, however, no Baron falls, but 10 minutes ago, Order Academy had a 5k gold lead, slowly dwindling away with every poor team fight they pick. And you got to think that Yasuo, as long as he keeps getting these scrappy fights, kill here, kill there, picks up a wave, and this LeBlanc isn't going to be able to 1v9 forever.
Because 2 discrepancies really have shallowed, right? The AD carry position, Seaway was monstrously ahead. Now is just not the case at all. There's been so many assists pick up, and because Chiefs have been picking up these team fight wins, it's really like he's got a bunch of gold in his back pocket, where Seaway hasn't realistically been getting much from the back end of these fights. And the other one is in the mid lane. The Yasuo now 2 items completed, got himself the Starax, got himself the stopwatch, and isn't as far behind gold-wise you would expect a LeBlanc that is sitting 10-2 with 22 Magi stacks. She definitely deals incredible amounts of damage, but if he gets a fight he needs, if he can access the backline as he has been able to, given the pike hook, given the Ornn ulti, certainly dishing out no slash damage of his own.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the one saving grace at the moment, I think, for Order, other than the fact that JLKC is playing so well, is that there's very little magic resist. I think Sejuani's only just picked up that the hood. But on the carries, as well as the support, there's very little to be seen there. So there are still easy kill opportunities for her.
Hook was looked at, barely does not hit, but that's a big burst of damage. Pike passive's going to heal back up a significant chunk of it, but Pope still is looking for the recall here. You can see everybody has just abandoned the bottom side of the map. Wave is fairly neutral. I expect it is just going to continue pushing in here for Order as we do get a good look at the Wave on the minimap as they do disperse. So they have complete control around the Baron pit. Wave pushing forwards on their side of the map. This is going to be a difficult contest here from Order, but you can see all these fights happening at choke points means that's a Talia's dream, that's an Ornn's dream.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just so scary as soon as the vision disappears. As Talia Wall locks them in. Looks like there's going to be a team fight here. Tank gets hooked.
The Ornn. Is he going to drop quick enough? Flash gets himself to safety. Big Cataclysm gets the front line of this fight, but Alani just dissuading everybody on the backside. Aftershock finally pops. Pyke ulti comes out for no reset, and the Sejuani is the only one to fall or to find themselves with a single pick to start this one off. And do they start up the Baron round number 2?
Yeah, Seaway got Yasuo ulted, but didn't need to use any of his sums to escape. Nausicaa gets hooked. Old forge from Seaway.
Yeah, they get themselves the Pyke. Harry finds the hook this time. Doesn't cost him his life. Health bars are dwindling, so the Baron continue is not going to be the cards. LeBlanc on a bit of a solo mission right now. The two solo laners flanking from either direction. The flick lands, but no damage afterwards. Don't want to commit any further. Wei has a wave to play with. JLKC dashes into the backside. Finds himself in between 3. Now stuck on the wrong side of the map. Nobody knows where to go. They all just back away.
Completely
Sure.
At the tail end of that team fight. 25 stacks now for JLKC.
Yeah.
10-2 and 10. Thriving in these messy skirmishes with the LeBlanc.
Yeah, it's just... The fights are so weird. Like, the hook goes onto the Ornn, and he just does not die. He has so much armor. If LeBlanc is dealing with a Sejuani, then you just do not deal damage to the Ornn. So there were 4 members piling onto one, and it took 7 years to die, whilst the same thing was happening with Alani on Order's backside. So
I think a big part of it is the way that they're team fighting. We're seeing a lot of front to back from Chief Academy, except for Wei.
Hold that. That's going to be a contest. Infernal Dragon is secured. Triple in the bank here for Order Academy. Multiple members now stuck in the pit. Ornn has to get himself to safety. JLKC did so much work on the backside. Uni alone in the tri-bush between multiple Chiefs members, but that's not going to be the Pyke reset that they needed. Order get themselves the Dragon. They get himself another 3 kills, and JLKC doesn't want to stop with that one. Pope caught between a Weaver's Wall and the minions. He's going to fall down. Now 25 stacks on the Medjais isn't going anywhere. The rest of the members running themselves to Baron, and a huge play here out of Order.
Yeah, triple Infernal now for the Order lineup. It's going to be a very difficult position for Chiefs to make the comeback from. Baron, going to be a formality here, and they're taking bot tower, they're taking mid tower. They're killing Nash. Pretty much everything there is to take, they're taking. And I think after this reset, we're going to see some huge item spikes out of the Order Academy lineup. What I wanted to talk about, and it happened in that team fight too, is that you look at the Chief draft, and they're looking for a front to back, or a pick. But they have 2 big tanks, and they have Talia Pyke, who's just looking for a flick, and then low health target into reset. Yasuo sort of fits in where he can.
And that's your in, right? You get the first pick, front to back, you get the reset, and then you steamroll on this.
But what's actually happening is that 4 of them are fighting front to back, and Wei is finding a knock-up. Somehow, there's always a knock-up in the back line, and he's just sending himself in there. And we saw it at the Baron, at a few of the fights in the river. We saw it just then at the Dragon fight, where he flew in, I think it was 2v4, and just did what he could with the wind wall, million dashes, stopwatch, but unfortunately, 2v4 is still 2v4. And I think that really has been the downfall for Chiefs in the end, is just the inability to make that front to back stick. Because when you look at the Order Academy lineup, there's nothing there. They have to run. They have to kite back.
Speaking of run, Hook is going to connect there. Knock-up means the Yasuo gets himself into the fray. Pyke gets the first reset of the game. That's a big burst of gold. That is a huge shutdown. 10 stacks at the Medjais now lost, and the Baron buff. Order do get a little bit of priority on the other side of the map. They trade for a turret, but certainly not a situation that would have liked themselves to be in. Wall is going to block. That's a hook. Can they get the lockdown? Nausicaa falls incredibly low, but a flick does connect. Chiefs not willing to commit too hard to this one.
A good trade in the end, assuming that Order don't get anything more here. As Seaway gets hooked.
Ulties himself to the sideline. Gets the shield. Still has a little bit of safety. The Ornn slow lands. Can they connect the knock-up? Pyke looking for that one. Wei gets himself into the backline. That's going to be the shutdown onto the Kai'Sa. 2 members dead. The damage is gone here from Order. Chiefs still looking for the chase. Sejuani ulti unfortunately not available, but Nausicaa is fast. Can he lock down the Jarvan?
Beauty just last hitting CS as he runs away. Manages to get out anyway, but as casual as you like, starts spamming the dance. Sending a message. He says, I know you just killed my whole team, but Jacob's here now, and you guys are all going to die.
TP's into the backside, get yourself a pick. That's a Cataclysm. Can they follow up with the damage? Barrel lands. Huge burst of damage onto Beats. He falls down. Pope trying to do his best, but now just in melee range of 3 Order members. Looking to buffer with the Unstoppable. Does have the flash. He chooses to go over the wall. Still the contest here is on the cards for Order. Chain going to connect. Damage is there. 25 stacks. Look, he lost him. He got him again.
This is what it is.
Very big LeBlanc.
Indeed. Yeah, Uni, he warned him.
Yeah, he did.
He warned him. He started spamming the flag. They didn't listen, and they died for it.
That's what the flag means. Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows
it means
that.
my mid lane is TPing behind you.
You guys are all going to die. You can't see it, but I'm doing it with my hands.
Just twerking in the mid lane. Yep, bot lane inhib dies. JLKC, one hits the Nordica.
That's so annoying. It's so annoying that her...
for it. Damage is front loaded. That's going to be another kill.
No, the W, that you can still return to the W, you know what I mean? She gets CC'd, but the W's still up. So as soon as the CC ends, she just disappears again. Wei thought, this is it. This is how I save the game. But unfortunately, not to be. Game ends. Order Academy taking a few extra seconds to buff their KDs. But in the end, it will be a victory for Order Academy. And I believe they are.
That's going to be the 5th place seeding. 2 back-to-back victories. One with the coach, one with the mid laner. Steps up to the plate. That was a 25-stack Medjai's performance from JLKC.
Yep.
Stepping up to it. And from a team that a single loss in Week 11 would have meant they didn't make it to playoffs, come in emphatically taking down Bombers in first game, emphatically taking down Chiefs, who look so good against Gravitas. All the way up the ladder. That's a 5th place seeding. That's the best you can get from Tiebreakers, and they locked that one down.
Yeah, I mean, an amazing few weeks from the Order boys.
Yeah.
They turned it around, forced their way into the gauntlet. Very interested to see how they perform there.
Yeah, with
JLKC just chomping at the bit during game 1, thinking, I should be out there, I should be playing. Comes out game 2. Unfortunately, Chiefs just on the receiving end.
Yeah, struggling. And that game looked like it got to a certain point where like LeBlanc is snowballing out of control. Like GP wasn't taken down in laning phase whatsoever, and he is somewhat of a ticking time bomb. And then like the triple Infernal Dragons only really sped up the game. Like that last dragon fight for me really like told the story of the game, where Alani goes in, he's looking for the steal, but it's like if you steal it, do you even win the fight at that point? Sejuani is in the pit, and it's just like what do we have left? Unfortunately, like laning phase started so well. Nausicaa was just like booming Harry at the start of the game. That was a Blitzcrank flasher heal, literally level 1. Completely turned around, and the game just snowballed the other direction.
Yeah, I mean, when you run a kill lane, that's one of the risks, right? As long as you're getting kills, it looks really good. But as soon as you fall behind, you don't scale. Like, okay, Talia's AP, she does kind of scale. But ultimately, she's not Kai'Sa. Pyke becomes more and more useless in these team fights. Like, they have... it was a weird... The comp had a really weird identity in that it lacked an identity. They had these 2 huge tanks, and then Yasuo, and, like, that part sort of makes sense. But then to have the kill lane, like... Well, I mean, if it worked, you know... It
looks good.
We would have been seeing their praises. They would have had a great read on the meta.
But unfortunately, it didn't work. Gold lead went massively the other way. Seaway, monster performance on the Kai'Sa. I'm not sure what he finished, but that was like a +10 kill game. Same for the LeBlanc carries, just absolutely popping off. Found themselves a team fight, found themselves a victory. So that means Order, of course, secure themselves 5th place. Chiefs are going to...
They get a second chance.
Yes, they get a second chance.
Bracket.
That was the winner's bracket final. So they go into the loser of the next game. The next game is going to be coming right up. Game number 4 of the day. Gravitas Academy versus Bombers. The losers of the first 2 are going to be fighting it out to get themselves another chance at the tournament. Loser of this match is going to be out. So 3-minute break. We'll be back with that one. Don't go anywhere.